So once again, welcome everybody, and please raise your hand if you hear some breaks in the audio. So welcome to this ePort briefing. We had a lot of sign-ups, but many of the people have not been able to join in yet. I'm Vesa Nietosvaara from EUMeTrain. Technical support today, as often, is Ivan Smiljanic. Currently, his affiliation is at EUMeTrain because he's working here with us for a few months. Duration of this briefing is maximum 30 minutes, and today's weather seems not so exciting, so maybe we will make it even in less time. So to begin with, I will give you a little exercise, or let's say it's not an exercise, but it's an just to you can play with your mouse over this satellite image. It's a 4-panel image. Hopefully everybody can see it. Click no if you don't see it. And what you can do with it, you can just move around your mouse in the image and you will see 4 different, and you can compare 4 different satellite products for this morning. And I give you now a few minutes just to play around and type in the text chat box what you see, if there's something interesting you would like to share with the others. At least I like the way I can compare 4 different satellite images just in one go. Saves a lot of space. My colleague Jose was applying. We have this kind of a slider thing here, and also in many other places where you can slide this slider from left to right. And then we thought, why if 2 images, why not 4? And actually, maybe next time we have a briefing, we will have 8 sliders, so you can almost see everything in one go. But for my eye, if we compare now just today's image is the water vapor in the very bottom right. The thing that catches my eye is the thing in the Mediterranean, and then of course the frontal areas in the over the Atlantic, and the very curly water vapor vortices there. Just in the central parts of the northern Atlantic. These are the things that caught my eye on the water vapor. And then if we look at the image, the product on the top, we have of course in the top row we have the air mass on the top right, and then we have the night microphysical on the top left. And for me, especially if we look at Finland, for example, if you would look at the air mass or infrared, you don't actually see much of that low cloud that is lying at the moment in these areas. But when you have the night microphysical, those low clouds pop up really nicely. They are very bright green. Ivona was also mentioning about the fog in Poland, if I'm correct. So try to focus now on Poland, for example. There was some fog, but I think it's kind of, if I understood right, it's already going away. Maybe Ivona can confirm this one. It's mostly in the night microphysical. The colors are pink, so it means there's mostly a bare ground and clear skies. But some clouds, foggy clouds, we could see also in the Czech Republic. And these ones are also, if you compare the infrared or air mass with the night microphysical, you clearly see that you miss a lot of that low clouds in these other products. One more clearly seen low or a bit low or maybe a bit medium cloud is over France, where you can see that cloud also very well in the infrared images, especially on the western coast of France, and between France and Germany we have this low-level cloud deck, which is actually covering also us right at this moment. Okay, and just if you would like to try it out on your home, I'm clicking now to the next page, and when I click to the next page, the same page will open in your browser, so you can, after the session, you can play with it a bit if you like. So back to today's weather. There's something happening also outside well, not very far from Europe, but there's one tropical cyclone at the moment, not far from Europe, and this is a tropical cyclone Nilofar. You can see this is the latest Meteosat 7 image from the Indian Ocean satellite, and you see that it's located now not far from the coast of India and Pakistan. Has been there and has been very slowly moving. Other tropical cyclones, I didn't actually have more information at the moment. If anybody has any new information about them, you can feel free to type them in the text box. So this was where I sent you yesterday the email about today's weather. This was the forecast from ECMWF, but it was a forecast for the, let's say, the satellite image forecast. These are available from the ECMWF website. Many of you maybe have been using them. And in the forecast, we could easily see at least that there was this frontal band coming, and we had this very strong warm front, maybe occlusion over here, and then there was the next more intensive system is in the southeastern Europe, and in between not much high clouds, a little bit of maybe some kind of deformation cloudiness here, as you can see, but that was all. While we are here, and this is actually the first image, you could now take the classical moment where everybody can just pick up the star and place the location where you are at the moment. I would like to see where everybody's coming from. Most of you are experienced Saba users, so you know quickly where to find. Okay, good. We have a nice coverage of Europe, and again, Lithuanian colleagues are here. Fine. Okay. Well, if you compare the stars and you compare the weather, we could say that thanks for the meeting and bye-bye, because there's not much actually to tell. It's only about the low clouds and the high pressure system over us. If we thank you for the stars. If we look at the satellite image together with the Opera network radar images, you see the same effect. Not much in the radar as well. Little dots here and there, and that's everything that we have for radar today. In the synoptic scale, going back to the actual ePort briefing here, nothing much in the surprises there. You see that the big upper level anticyclonic flow is currently prevailing over the western parts of the Europe. Lots of warm air coming from the south towards the British Isles. The frontal band that you see here is very well located with the jet max. You see that, so it's all is going on well. We have also if you look at this cloud over here, that's clearly some kind of deformation cloud. I didn't have a chance to plot the winds, but you can easily see that there's a kind of turning of the flow over here, and then we have the flow over here, and then we have a little bit of flow over here, and this one is a bit, but we still have kind of a very weak call and subtle points, and there we have this deformation cloud at the moment. Not much weather also there. 500 hectopascal, same effects. You see that the upper level high is located over here. I have to take a better pen over here. Warm air coming up, and upper level low over the southeastern Europe. This is the one that actually now rotates these clouds cyclonically around, and the one big one is over here. Also in the convection forecasts, we are kind of going away from the convection season now, but the last remaining intense convection may still happen today in this area in the southeastern Europe. On the infrared thermal front parameter, this one is of course just to verify where the fronts are, and we can see that the cold front is very well developed. You can see it here, and the warm front is very well developed as well. And I think this is the occlusion band over here. There's some maxima also over here, like within the warm air mass. And also we could see it in the thermal advection that there's a lot of warm advection, and also some warm advection inside the actual fronts here. It's kind of a new portion. I may like to try to draw it better. Some warm front maybe here, and then a cold front over here. If you don't agree with that, please raise your hand and you can give a better analysis. But the biggest advections you can see over here, so this is a very strong warm front, I would say. So I would expect that lots of rain is on its way to the British Isles and to the northern parts of Europe later. I hope there will be a chance that we can also share the upcoming days forecast. And then on the very surface, this is the reality now for today. So we have the surface low in northwest of British Isles and also in the very northern part of the Europe, which actually they bring this lots of precipitation in the very north. But in the central parts of the Europe, we just have the high pressure ridge, and that's it. To have something else than just the RGBs, I wanted to show you what the nowcasting SUF is offering us on the low clouds today, and you can see that actually it's very nice, doing a very nice job there. It's picking up these low clouds. The low clouds are orange, or very low clouds you can see here. We can maybe take even a little bit of zoom there just to see it a little bit better. So this is now just the central parts of the Europe, and yeah, you have a go. It's you see the very low clouds. Anybody who likes, you can pick with a star, plot the star there, and just show where the low clouds are. But you can easily see that they are all over the place in the eastern parts and southeastern parts of Germany and northern parts of Austria at the moment. The more orange the color is, the more low the cloud is. So some kind of, that's right, that's where we have the lowest cloud. Thank you. And the legend is of course now this time missing, but this image is just showing all different types of clouds that the nowcasting SUF system produces. But I like to use it mostly for low clouds. It's actually giving a nice complementary view of in addition to the RGBs. Staying with the low clouds, of course, there's not much else to look at today. This is the infrared with and the ECMWF forecast for where the low clouds should be. And if I remember right, I made a little bit of sorry, this is not the right one. I try to find the right one. This must be it. So here we have the zoomed image again, and we have the what the situation is there. And if I'm lucky, I have. Sorry, it seems I'm missing the ECMWF overlay with this one, but the ECMWF was mostly doing quite good job there. You see that the low clouds a little bit maybe too much there. They are not that much, and there are places where it misses the actual, but that's very common. But still, this is a good way to compare the actual, but by plotting the satellite image and the numerical weather prediction on the low clouds on top of each other. I think that was mostly everything I wanted to say for current weather. I might still like, if you allow, I'm trying to pick up one more image from the European ECMWF forecast. Okay, let's take this one today. And this one is for next night. So this, to think about 12 hours ahead, you can see that the low pressure over the Atlantic is gonna develop, and lots of rain on in there, and also the same situation still prevails for the southeastern parts of the Europe. I might add one more for tomorrow just to pick it up for Friday afternoon, and that will be then shown here. Sorry, this is Saturday 00 already, but the situation is actually developing very slowly. So the forecast should be that for the southern Europe, more moisture is coming up in the central and western parts of the Europe. More moisture is coming up. Slowly, the air mass will be warm. Lots of nighttime fog and low stratus will develop still. And when the center of the high pressure is staying somewhere in the eastern central Europe, I would say that these areas are also very prone to the low clouds for the next 24, 48 hours as now. Are there any comments? I don't want to extend this too much. It's 20 minutes enough when we don't have too much weather to talk about there. Would you like to raise your hand or type your comments in the box? Feel free to do that. The next briefing, even if I'm not mistaken, will be made by Zamk. Can you maybe confirm that? Liliana Hofero and Andreas Wirth. So I would like to thank you for this short session. I didn't want to really extend it too much. We'll hopefully have next time more winter weather coming up. And thanks again for Isolde for the nice image that she sent over. The autumn has definitely arrived, and apples are ready to be picked up. Thank you, everybody, and see you next time. Bye-bye.